a lot of focus, and probably too much focus, was on simply that numbers game of how do we get all of these children over onto an EHCP, so we don't end up with sort of a dual system running for too long. And it became a bit of a sort of obsession that we got through that, and that meant there were other aspects of the system that didn't get enough attention. Specifically, which is I think what we see now playing out, is what's going on in mainstream schools, what's happening to children who are in the early stages of maybe being diagnosed with a special educational need disability, but aren't at a point where an EHCP would be being thought of as the right step. And as a consequence, some of that underpinning of, like I mentioned before, the workforce, those who were working with schools, how we were ensuring that the money that was going to schools was being well spent. Plus, you had the academisation going on at the same time. You had big changes of curriculum going on. We had Progress 8, all things which are really challenging for children with special educational needs. And so I think the two things that come out of that. One is maybe we concentrated too much on the sort of administrative changes rather than how do we make it feel different for parents and children on the receiving end, but also the contextual sort of backdrop. You know, there's lots of else going on in schools and in education, and there were health reforms going on as well, of course. You know, what impact is that having? How do we monitor that? How do we make sure that they understand that the changes they're making will have consequences for our reforms?